What do you guys think about Caitlyn Jenner, what she said about the trans athletes?
It's just so funny, her whole approach with all that shit.
Why?
Like, because, like, Republican, against same-sex marriage, against trans athletes in sports.
Has she said specifically she's against same-sex marriage?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I think she said that early on.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
I got to see where she said that.
Probably reversed her stance because she got
I think when she still had a
pushback.
she was.
No, I think
She was
I think
against
she
it?
followed up with "I'm a traditional woman" or something like that.
I thought that she was against homosexuality because she doesn't see herself as homosexual.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a traditional woman, and like,
But then,
this is what
didn't you
marriage
say
is.
she's not attracted to men?
I don't know what this bitch is, but I know that I agree with her when it comes to the trans athletes thing.
I do.
They basically asked her, like, do you think that trans athletes, so for example, a man that becomes a woman should be able to now compete with women in like high school, I think they were saying.
Yeah.
But I think, well, let's just take this to all sports. And yeah, of course not. Why this is an issue is absolutely besides me. Men and women cannot compete in sports because men are better than women in most sports. In the things we're not better at them at, we compete together. There's no like women's chess and men's chess. There's just chess. Women happen to not be very good at it, but except on Netflix is the only place they're very good at it. But they can compete together because there's no difference in the cognitive ability that men and women have, at least when it comes to playing chess, right? But when it comes to lifting heavy things, men can do that more.
Yes.
We are better at lifting heavy things.
I'm not hiring an all-female moving company. You can judge me if you want to, but I'm not doing it.
Why not, dude?
I just don't want to pay that hourly rate for so many more hours. You know what I mean?
Dude, I would watch that
What if
shit every single day. Just
Still
all
gonna lift more than you, so
Yeah,
I would not, yo, if a guy came looking like me, I'd kick that motherfucker out of my house.
yeah.
Throw him some
Dude,
food
that
because he
would be
probably needs
amazing.
it.
All female moving company, just watching like 30 of them move a couch like ants moving a banana peel, right? That would be amazing.
Unless you
dude.
get them on the 1 week where they're all synced up.
then they got that super strength.
Yeah, then they're able to go Super Saiyan and just
and,
move
like,
all that
eat
shit.
chocolate between moving shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's so wild.
Anyway, it's like it seems like such a no-brainer. I don't understand why
Could
this is
it
a tricky
be?
discussion.
What if we based it on when you started the gender change?
What about if we
process or
don't
whatever?
and we just say you're a guy and I understand that you want to masquerade as a girl and that's fine, and if we have to call you a girl because it makes you feel more comfortable, cool. If you want to wear girls' clothes, that's amazing. But you don't get to beat up girls that were born as girls because you could fucking hurt them because you have a huge advantage. It's like no-brainer.
Hypothetical. What if you go the other way?
That never happens. Tony Hinchcliffe has a great joke about this, so I don't want to touch on his joke, but he basically does say that there aren't a lot of athletes that go the opposite way.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of trans men that choose to play men's sports.
Yeah.
Because they can't.
Right.
Simple as that. There is a difference. Like, why are we acting like there's not a difference?
But that happened though. There is like that story. That
Mauricia. He was nice.
There was that story. So basically, a girl transitions to a guy, gets on testosterone and like all the hormones to transition into a guy.
Yeah.
And then wants to compete in wrestling.
Yeah.
And then like the state athletic commission was like, no, you have to compete against women.
Yeah.
And
then
so
he
now
dominated the women.
this guy is like, I don't
He
want to compete
dominated.
against women because I'm going to dominate them.
Yeah.
And then he goes in and dominates everyone.
Now, did he get to wrestle the guys?
No, because the athletic commission said you have to compete with the gender that you're born with. And so he goes, well, fuck.
And now he has all this testosterone.
Exactly.
So it's a huge advantage.
And is like lifting crazy, like bone
Yeah.
density's going up, muscles going up.
Yeah, you don't get to compete.
Is that the girl in the TikTok that she goes like that? and smacks somebody out the frame.
No, that girl's ripped.
That girl's amazing. I love those TikToks. But no, in those situations, you don't get to compete.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but
dude.
What if you started the process, whatever you call it, at like age 3? So now
Your parents should be shot in the head. Your parents should be shot in their fucking head.
Okay.
If you're transitioning a kid at 3 years old.
So after we shoot the parents in the
She's
head,
really sucking on that pacifier. I think it's a girl.
6, 7, 8, whatever, before puberty, before
Right.
shit really starts to go hormonally one way, what if you start then? 7, 8 years old, the kid is like, I know what I am. This is what I want to do.
Your parents should go to prison.
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you not seeing this?
Okay, so now after you send the parents to prison, would you allow that kid to compete in sports?
No,
Okay.
not at all.
¿Por qué no?
Because you're not allowed to.
Okay.
That's funny.
I understand what you're saying. Now, what
Yeah.
he's saying is if he transitioned early enough where you wouldn't have the positive side effects of having extra
The hormone
testosterone in your body.
disparity, testosterone disparity is not as
Exactly.
big.
Yeah. So essentially, you would present like whatever gender you chose in that moment.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess that should be good. But nobody should be allowed to transition at 8 years old. I mean, you don't even let your kid choose what food goes in their mouth at 8 years old. You literally go no candy until after you eat your vegetables.
Right.
You're not going to go no cock growing out of your body until after you eat your vegetables, right? Like, so I mean, are you supportive of that? Like kids getting testosterone therapy at 8?
I don't know what the age is, but I don't. Yeah,
I don't think you support it at 18. Like, if we're being entirely honest here, I understand the argument.
I didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
I never said such a thing.
No. Hey, listen, once you turn 18, do whatever the fuck you want with your body. If we could send you to war, then you could send you. I mean, you're losing things in war. You know what I mean? Like, people come back from war missing shit. You know, that's what trans people should really do. Like, oh, listen, I was dry humping some dirt in Kabul, and there's a mine went off, and
Actually.
Bro, that's my whole point. When Trump,
what do you fuck out there? Right? It's not like they got brothels.
When Trump banned trans people
sure
from the
they do.
military, I was like, that's fucked up. You should just encourage trans people to go in the military.
Why?
Just soup them up, like give them all the testosterone, get them fucking jacked.
Captain America. Then.
Yeah, like go full like cyborg with
Do
it.
we allow roids in the military? That's interesting.
I don't know why we don't. I think we should. Everyone should just be on PEDs.
Is the next Disney movie just Captain America but trans?
Yes.
Like they walk in, they take the super serum, goes from a girl to a fucking brolic ass
That's
dude,
my point. Yeah.
killing it.
If you're already transitioning, you're like, yeah, fucking transition me with cyborg parts. Give me like a fucking gun on my arm.
I mean, can we look? It sucks, obviously, if you feel like you're born in the wrong body. I have tons of empathy for that because that must fucking suck. But you're a douchebag to compete against the new gender. Like, you're a fucking asshole, dude. Are you not?
Hit it, Al.
Disagree, son.
Okay, go.
How many women's sports do you watch right now?
Oh, that's
All
a
of them.
good point.
You don't watch any.
Every woman's
You don't watch
sport.
any.
I watch every
You don't
woman's
watch
sport.
any.
Dude, I've been watching the Cooking Channel nonstop. No,
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, we don't watch them now. Let them compete. It might get good.
Oh, you're saying like have
Actually,
more...
Mark has a joke about this. How Dwayne Wade's daughter is gonna fucking save the WNBA.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit might get good.
It's gonna light up.
Yeah, but it's not going to get good because there are women doing it.
It don't matter.
I guess. I hear what you're
You want to
saying.
be entertained or you want to be entertained?
Yeah.
Like, which one is
But
it?
I'm still not going to watch like a little bit worse dudes do the sport.
It's G League.
Yeah, like do you watch the G
G-Spot
League?
League.
Nah, what if they start
G-string.
foul line and shit like that, son?
Yeah.
I guess I hear what you're saying, but like we can't have that conversation. Like we can't sit down with the trans athlete and just be like, "Hey, bro," or whatever. Just be like, yo, you really want to do this to girls, bro? Like you really want to do this to
In
girls?
their head,
bro?
they're a girl.
But are they? But are they, bro?
In their head,
nah.
son.
When they gotta go pee, do they squat behind a fucking Toyota Tundra?
Yeah.
And hope that their friend blocks them? Every time I see a girl pee, it's behind a Toyota Tundra, and their friend is blocking them. Is that what they do, or do they just pull that fucking dangalang out and piss like a dude on a brick wall in a fucking alley?
What about post-op? Can they compete?
Huh?
If they got the dick chopped off.
It's not about the dick or not. It's really just about the competitive advantage that a man has over a woman.
Because of testosterone.
Yeah.
But you gave a little leeway for if they started the hormone therapy early.
Yo, son, can I just give you?
I'm
Let
just saying.
me ask you this question. Would you be fine? You know them slap competitions where the
Yeah.
people just stand in front of each other and slap the
yeah,
shit out of each other?
That's lit.
Would you be
we should
fine
compete.
if a trans woman, so a man that transitioned into a woman, was in that with a bunch of women, bro?
UFC.
That shit would be hilarious.
But UFC,
I might prefer that.
That would be hilarious.
UFC,
You
you're
just
right.
spoke to Al's Puerto Rican side, bro.
That's his dream. Motherfucker's about to get some acrylic nails and join that shit himself.
Yeah, I was like, what's the catch? What is the catch with that though?
I'm just saying it doesn't. I would just like to have like an honest sit down. I understand that you care about sports. I understand that you want to compete. And I understand you're not at a slight disadvantage with the Dewsbuys who've been taking this estrogen. That sucks. But don't you feel like you kind of cheating being with these girls, bro? You don't feel like that? Come on, dude. Not at all?
I mean, they're not going to care.
Who's not going to care?
The trans person that you're asking this question to, they're not going to care. They want to play the sport that they love, and they feel like they're a woman in their head.
So now my question is, why can't they play in the men's league?
I just say you an asshole. They can. They're just not good enough.
But like,
They 100%
hypothetically,
can.
like, in
I
like
mean,
100
Bruce
meters.
Jenner did, and she was really good at it. She's the greatest trans athlete of all time when you think about it.
Yeah.
So it's like she was a trans athlete. She excelled. She won all the medals, all that shit. You can play with the men. Nobody's saying you can't play with the men. Bruce could have done that shit with nails on, with fucking heels. Do whatever you want.
There's a play where you can win with wokeness and say, you know what? We're just taking gender out of this forever. All leagues are whoever's the best is the best. And then you got the WNBA.
They don't
I mean, the
want that
NBA
shit,
again.
bro.
There's no WNBA
They
anymore.
don't
It's just
want
all
that
dudes.
smoke, bro.
But that's what but you can outwoke it. You can get in front of the wokeness and be like, you know what, guys? You're right.
Gender is a social construct.
Gender is a social construct. We are eliminating the WNBA. The NBA will be open to all genders. Whoever's the best can play.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now, what
And
if
you'll get a fucking giant pat on the back, and then you got the NBA and the WNBA's. Then you're going to see the reverse level. Why can't we have a women's league? We wouldn't do that to you. Gender is a social construct. Why would we do such a sexist, backwards thing?
Yeah.
So you just got to get in front of them because they woke themselves into a circle, these
Yeah.
people. So you just got to get in front of it and just trap them.
You know what the real issue is? That like we built sports into this thing of value. That's really what it comes down to. Like sports don't have to be the thing of value. We could create a sport out of anything. Like if giving birth was a sport and like pushing the baby out as fast as you possibly could, if that was a sport, women dominate.
Yeah.
Like absolutely dominate. Right. And like if for whatever reason we just chose that was the coolest thing to watch, and then we would watch it on Tuesdays and Fridays on TNT, and Charles Barkley and fucking Ernie Johnson would be talking that shit every single day, and Barkley would be like, damn, you got some strong pussy lips, squeezing that baby out real quick. If that was what society cared about, they would have this huge advantage. They'd be making millions of dollars, and we would be out here like, fuck, we got to find ways to like, I don't know, squeeze eggs out of our asshole or something like that. Like we'd have like the male version of
Nobody
giving
would
birth.
watch it. And
Nobody
we'd be like,
watch
well, how
it.
come we not watch it? Why don't we get paid the same as the women?
And we'd be subsidized, and they'd be like, because you're just squeezing eggs out of your asshole. It's not even a real sport. You're not even really giving birth. We've made up what sports are.
Yeah.
And it's Bitcoin. It's crypto. We've just decided that this thing called sports has value, and it sucks because women are at a disadvantage.